The aim of this video is to help someone who is preparing for interviews to know how to self-introduce him or herself, because I believe about 99% of all interviews start with self-introduction kind of questions. Watch to the end of this video because I've included a sample of self-introduction in interviews. Tell us something about yourself. Tell me something about yourself. Who are you? Describe yourself. What sort of person are you? Are some of the ways of asking you about yourself. It is a way to start the interview in a manner that can open door for you to speak more about yourself. If you know how to self-introduce yourself and have some kind of structure for it, that will help you not only start the interviews on a good ground, but also to reduce your anxiety level during the interview session. Before we go into the self-description, let's set some ground rules. If you are doing face-to-face interviews, which means that you are given a location, a date, time, you need to know where the location is, and you must know what are some of the means of transport get you to the location on time. If possible, get to the interview area 30 minutes or 20 minutes to starting off your interview so that you can have time to do some registration prior to the interview and also help you calm your nerves. Another ground rules you need to observe is that if the interviewers or whoever is going to interview you is in a room where you have to be called before you enter, make sure you knock on the door before you enter. Don't enter the interview rooms when you are not called to enter. That is a sign of impatience. Be patient and wait for your turn. Now, when you are in the interview rooms, you need to relax. If you think you are too anxious, do some deep breathing exercise to calm your nerves down and wait for the interviewer or the interviewers to offer you a seat before you sit down. Make sure you don't move the seat in any haphazard manner. If you are offered a seat, thank the person. Make sure you sit with your back straight, your eye at the interviewer's eye levels. Greet the interviewers. It could be in the morning, good morning. It could be in the afternoon, good afternoon, depending on the time you are doing the interviews. After greeting the interviewers, relax, stay in your chair and wait for the interviewers to start asking you questions. Don't rush into answering interview questions. When you are asked questions, to think through the questions, and in doing so, that also reduces your anxiety level and also boosts your confidence level in order to speak boldly in answering the question. So how can you answer these questions all about describing yourself? I want to see the answering of self-introduction questions having three parts: the introduction, the body, the main description, then the conclusion. What do you need to include in the beginning part? Greet the interviewers once again. If there are many, good morning to you all, good afternoon to you all, good morning sir, good morning madam. Even though they know your name on the document you have with them, it doesn't spoil anything by introducing yourself again. My name is Godwin Dewano. Don't mention my name. Mention your full name as I expect you to do. Thank the interviewers for giving you the opportunity to describe yourself. Thank you for this opportunity to introduce myself. Mentioning your age could be optional. You need to speak about where you are coming from. You are from town A, city A, and maybe you are staying in city B. Then your educational background. And I want to believe that if you are going for admission interviews into schools or job interviews, you might have finished your senior high school. I think it's best to start talking about your educational background relating to your senior high school. You mention the name of your school, where it's located, and when you started the school there, and the courses you did. You mention your core subject and your elective subject. You can highlight on your favorite subject. Then you should be talking about some of your ambitions. You can also make mention of your hobbies. What do you do? You don't want to tell the interviewers that it's all about studying, it's all about work. What are the things that interest you? You need to highlight some of these things. You like cooking? What are some of your favorite food you cook? You like dancing? What kind of dance? Or you like listening to music? What kind of music do you prefer? Maybe you like reading? Not just reading. What kind of books do you read? Be specific. Briefly talk about how you spend. Thank them once again for the opportunity, and I wait for the next question. If you are enjoying this video so far, please help me by liking it so that the YouTube will show it to more people who will benefit from it. Is that much to us? Thank you. This is an example of self-introduction in an interview. Good morning to you all. Thank you for the opportunity to describe myself. My name is Godwin Dewanu. I come from Accra and I stay in Hope. I would describe myself as self-motivated individual because I don't need much guidance or much supervision to do things I set out to do myself, especially goals I set for myself. Because when I was in senior high school, I set out goals for myself by coming out with flying colors. That is to achieve a minimum of C in all my subjects, which I'm happy to say that I've done. I've been able to achieve all A in most of my subjects, and the least is my C. But I must admit, in second year, I had D in one of the subjects. Just because I felt sick at the time. I would describe myself as self-motivated individuals who set out goals and aim solely to achieving that goals. I will also say that I'm adaptable because I'm someone who can adapt to many changes. When I was in senior high school, I used to be in the debating club, I used to be in the school choir, and also in the school cadet. All this means that I had to manage my time effectively, which I did. What I did was to be punctual to all these meetings, and I believe if I'm given the opportunity to be in this organization, I'll adapt easily because it's something that comes to me naturally. The third attribute I will use for myself is result-driven, because most of my friends say that I'm a result-driven individual, because if I'm in a group, I make sure that we achieve the aim of the group. Yes, I believe if things have to be done, they must be done well. So I believe if I'm given the opportunity selected in these interviews, I'm coming with these attributes, these characteristics that will influence some of my colleagues. My study of general science helped me to appreciate a lot about nature, because most of the things we study are things that are around us. Well, my long term in this organization is to become a valuable member of this institution or this organization, because I believe some of the attributes I have will greatly impact my colleagues here, and that will move this institution forward and also help build my personal character and also my career in the long term, which I believe this organization has a reputation for nurturing people attaining such aim. Let me know in the comment what you would have added to your self-introduction in an interview. Wait, before you leave, YouTube is telling me the next video coming up is the best video for you. So make sure you watch it. See you in the next video. Peace out.